All right, y'all. We're live right here on the Lunch Break Sports Talk Show on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. Also streaming live on KYOKradio.org. It's the Lunch Break. I'm AJ. Let's go.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. And don't When I step on the field, I send one message.
And this is what it feels like. Oh, how come my thing stopped?
What it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now.
Let's hunt.
We ready. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this holler, we the Miami Heat of football.
Yeah.
The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin straps. That's every accent.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my way. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go.
Let's go. By God, let's go.
We ready. It's a wrap. Game over.
Now, this game is really just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Winning Wednesday, and we got a lot of winning to do. We were a week behind in the Lunch Break Weekly, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge that we do every week. And guess what? That means I got to announce not one, but two winners today. I got to announce both of them from week 15 and week 16. So we'll do that today. And then you also get a chance to play the battle stats. That's right. Stats battle. I'm sorry. I got to get it right. It's a new thing. Stats battle coming up. It's a good one today. It is a good one today. I think I got you stumped. I think I will have you stumped. I was talking with one of the potential sponsors about Stats Battle, and he was saying, "So what's the deal?" And I said, "So here's what we do. We read out stats without telling you who they are, and you get to pick who you want to vote for based on the different categories. And then at the end, we tell you who won, and then we tell you who it is that won." And I said, what I want to start doing is being able to say, if you can tell me who one of the battles, the stat battles are, contestants are, then you'll win, $25. And I told him I tried to do it last week and nobody won. He said, so do they get more money? I'm like, hey, let's see. So maybe the pot can grow. We'll see, because he didn't say yes. And I'm just kind of self-funding right now as they speak. So we'll figure that out in just a little bit. But you keep listening for your chance to win at Stats Battle today on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. And then I got to give some love. To a young man who sent me something that I think is kind of interesting. Brian Will Turner sent me this little thing in the mail. I just got it. Brian just got it. But basically what you do, it's called the Pocket USA. And you put your driver's license and your insurance card in there, and you put it outside your window on the car. It's got a little magnetic thing on the outside of the window inside the car. And that way you can keep both hands on the steering wheel. You can do what you need to do with the officer if you get stopped and you don't have any issues going on with somebody fearing for their lives or somebody feeling like you were reaching for something that you had no business reaching for. I think it's got some value. Now, I'm not promoting it. I'm just saying I like it. I'm not gonna go get stopped so I can try it out. I'm gonna put some stuff in it and put it on the side of my car and see if it'll be out there and just kind of test it out. But I want to appreciate Brian Wilturner for sending that to me. It's called the Pocket USA, and he's going to be one of our sponsors for the day. So I appreciate Brian Wilturner for shooting that over to me and for sponsoring one of the $50 of the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Challenge. So, man, last night, good God Almighty, what got into the Milwaukee Bucks? What got into them? They broke an NBA record that was held by the Houston Rockets with the most made three-pointers in one game. They made 29 three-pointers in one game and went on to blast Miami. Final score was 144-97. Huh? They almost beat them by 50. Keith Hennick, they almost beat them by 50. That's crazy to me. And then not only did they set the record for the most made three-pointers, but they also set the record for the most players making three-pointers. So I think everybody on the bench, including the G Leaguers, whatever the league is called now, they busted out a three last night. What a game. What a game. What a game. So, it's week number what? What week number is that for the Golden State? I mean, for the Milwaukee Bucks. Let me go to. I'm on the wrong sport. Let me go to this real quick. And see what week it is for the Milwaukee Bucks standings. Eastern. Milwaukee has played a total of 4 games. Foe in the faux. Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, ooh, Milwaukee is gonna win the East. Not doing all that. Good game, won a memorable game. Hope your parents were able to see it, your loved ones were able to see it, because at the end of the day, it's a win and y'all showed out. I hope y'all saved something for the rest of them. In fact, who does Milwaukee have next after beating up on Miami? Guess what? They got Miami again tonight. 6:30. Miami again tonight at 6:30. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. So, Milwaukee is one of those teams that I kind of put in the same category as the Houston Rockets. We've seen you have the best record. We've seen you be the number 1 seed. Now we got to see you get to an NBA Finals. It's just that. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful to Giannis and Middleton and the guys, but I mean that's where we are now. I mean, Milwaukee has been the number 1 seed. Milwaukee has had the best record. Milwaukee has had the league MVP. Milwaukee has had all of that. But how many finals appearances do they have? Notice I didn't even get to the rings yet. How many finals appearances do they have yet? How many Eastern Conference Finals appearances do they have yet? They haven't even gotten to the Eastern Conference Finals in a minute. Let alone I got to check that. Willie Gibson is probably texting me right now as we speak, like, nah, bro, they was in the Eastern Conference Finals week 4 last. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see where I can. This thing right here. Let's see. Milwaukee Bucks, and let's go to their Wikipedia page, and see what they've done here lately. What have you done for me lately? Ooh, okay, so they won. No, pimpin'. Watch this. They won their division last year, the year before that. And before that, they hadn't won that joker in 18 years. But they haven't been to the conference finals since, slow down real quick, 1974. Not four, four. And before that, 1971. They have not won a championship since 1971. So, is that right? Did I get them right? I think I did. Let me go down. Okay, no, I was wrong. Thank you. No, I was wrong. I had to check myself, El Michelle. Willie Gibson, don't check me. So they lost in the conference finals last year, 4-1 to the Miami Heat. They lost in the conference finals the year before that to the Toronto Raptors. So they've been to the conference finals. They just haven't won that joker since, let me go back to this, 1974. I'm not even going to tell you what I was doing in 74. I'm not even going to tell you if I was doing in 74. Not what or if. But Milwaukee's got to come on. Great night. Glad you got the record. But the Rockets had the record before, and they hadn't won a conference championship since 94, 95. You know, they've been to one like y'all have. They've been to the Milwaukee's been to the last two, but ain't won nothing. Last year they lost 4-1 to Miami. Yeah, lost 4-1, and the year before that they lost 4-2 to Toronto. Was that the Kawhi shot? No, that wasn't the Kawhi bounced around like 15 times. That wasn't that one, because I think that was for Toronto to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. Am I right? El Michelle got the music notes. She said, "Oh, you nasty boy, singing a nasty." No, I was not chasing girls in 74, Keith. I was not chasing girls in 74. Let me say, really seriously, all joking aside, I didn't get real fly and play a player from the Himalayas until I pledged Kappa Alpha Psi my freshman year of college. Before that, bro, it was real nerdy, athletic, but real nerdy. I had the Rambus glasses. I had the Kurt Rambus glasses with the tape on it. And I'll never forget, man, there was I was returning a punt. I was back on the punt team. I was returning the punt. And it was a night game, and it was kind of humid for that time of year in Cincinnati. And my glasses got fogged up. And I'm back there. I got my helmet on. I got my big, thick, black Kurt Rambus glasses, and I got tape on it so it doesn't fall apart. And they foggy. So the punt goes up. I'm looking up, and I'm seeing all the glare of the lights. And baby, that bad boy bounced off the top of my head. And the other team got in. Coach Lou Sincar said, "Come here." That's all he had to say. He didn't say nothing else. He just said, "Come here." And I knew for the rest of the game, I was either walking around with him or I was sitting down by him. So don't mess with people with big, thick, black glasses is the moral of that story, okay? Y'all look out for your brothers and sisters with big rim, thick glasses, because, we need love too. Yeah, I didn't get real fly until I hit Kappa Alpha Psi, until I did that thing right there. I went to Tulane University, but I pledged that Lambda Omicron. Lambda O, is where the Kappas roam. So anyway, let me get a quick break. Let me go ahead and get Lily on here, the tax doctor, and we'll come back with more right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Amy Claire Boucher, Castro, Smith, Barney, Johnson, Jones III can testify. I was on the diving team, and she was one of the divers with me. In fact, I'm going to pull up a picture, and I'll show you how nerdy I was. I ain't lying. I'm testifying. Anyway, let's hear from Lily and the tax doctor. We'll be back with more right after this on the lunch break.
Hi, my name is Lily. My mom and dad used to fight about money all the time. Then one day, I heard them talking about this guy, some uncle I never knew, called Uncle Sam. Well, they say this Uncle Sam guy wanted them to pay him like $1 gazillion, and they didn't have $1 gazillion. So they called this company they heard on the radio called the Tax Doctor. And the Tax Doctor worked with Uncle Sam's people. I think they're called the IRS, and they are able to work it out so my mom and dad didn't have to pay Uncle Sam very much money at all. So now mom and dad are happy, and I'm happy too. Thanks, Tax Doctor.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, call now and pay less. 800-605-1681. 800-605-1681. That's 800-605-1681.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged. Has your doctor told you that you have cancer? Have you taken Zantac or another generic version of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of the drug. Some of the largest stores in the country have pulled it off the shelves. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline right now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. We represent some of the largest law firms in America. They have proven records in fighting the big pharmaceutical giants, and there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. We're here 24/7 to help, so please call right now.
You're listening to The Lunch Break with AJ on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
All right, y'all. Back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our winning Wednesday. Amy Claire Boucher Castro Smith Barney Johnson Jones III. Keith Hennig said, great visual. Said she shouted out to Sweet Lou. Lou Sinkar was our football coach at Forest Park. And he was one of those guys that broke, I think, Joe Namath's records in high school when Coach Sinkar and Joe Namath went to the same high school. El Michelle said, get up and do the yo shimmy. Baby, I'm telling you now, if I shimmy, they're going to be hollering. They're going to be screaming. They're going to be throwing stuff at the screen. I can't make them do that. I can't go in on them like that. But all I'll say is yo, 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 I. Okay. And then Amy said that I was never nerdy. Yeah. Look at this picture. Look at that picture. Let me get it closer. That's me. And that's Amy. Let me turn it so it shifts. Can y'all see it? I'm the tall, nerdy guy, and the little kid in the baseball cap is Amy. That's Amy Claire Boucher. That was before she had the Castro attached to her last name. Amy, I know I should have thrown you under the bus like that, but Amy, that was us. That was us back in the day. And I think I told a fib. I told somebody my football number in high school was always number 15, but apparently I had number 17 on that practice jersey. So yeah, those were my numbers, 15 and 17. So there you go. Yeah, it's pretty nerdy. Pretty nerdy. It's Winning Wednesday, Amy. We got El Michelle said, I just did a screenshot of that so I could save it. LOL. All you had to do was ask me. I would have sent you that. Yeah, Amy said that's a diving team visor. Did we have visors for the diving team? That's like saying that's our chess team pocket protector, where you got all the pencils in your pocket protector. So anyway, it's Winning Wednesday, and listen, I'm winning now. I'm nerdy, I'm geeky, but I'm fly. I'm real. I'm pretty to my right. I'm pretty to my left. I'm so pretty I can't stand myself. Ow, ow, ow. So anyway, El Michelle says, please send it then. Let's get back to this NBA action. Again, the Milwaukee Bucks are a team that I kind of put in the same category as the Houston Rockets. You got to do more than just win 65 games. You got to do more than win 70 games. You got to do more than win the East. You got to win a title. You got to win a title. First of all, you got to win the East. You hadn't done that since 74. And now you got to get into title town, and you haven't done that since 71. Amy said you could have cropped me out. No, it would have lost the effect, Amy. I had to have you in there. We got the Shaquille O'Neal, Muggsy Bogues thing going on where I'm real tall and you're not. So let me throw that back up there because now I'm kind of feeling it. I'm kind of feeling it. So yeah, see how tall I am and see how little Amy is. It's still pretty much the same deal. It's still pretty much the same deal. That's pretty much how it goes down. She's like 5'0" and I'm a good 6 and a little change. I'm a good 6 and a little change. She said I was 10. I wasn't. I was a little older. So anyway, Milwaukee Bucks have got to do more than blow out Miami in a regular season game. In fact, Miami showed Milwaukee last year what it was about. It's not just about winning one game. It's about winning the best of 7. And that's where there are a number of teams in the NBA right now. They're going to play 72 games, and we haven't even reached the halfway mark. We haven't even reached the first quarter of the season. The Rockets haven't even played with a full complement of players yet, but they still have to decide who they are and what they're going to do. They still got to bring it. And if they don't bring it, then all that other stuff is just, it's just nonsense. You gotta step up. You got to step up. And, I'm going to talk about the Rockets in a second, but, Milwaukee, good win last night, 144-97. New Orleans lost last night as well. They lost to the who New Orleans lose to? Yeah, they got torched by Phoenix. Final score was 111-86. And, again, New Orleans is a young team. New Orleans has all the talent in the world, but that talent has got to manifest into wins and losses. You can't just be, we got Zion Williamson and we got Ingram and we got one of the Ball brothers and all that. You got to turn those into wins. Excuse me. And New Orleans got blown out. Again, 111-86. Ingram had 13. Williamson had 20. Steven Adams had 11. And then they got off the bench. They got 11 points from Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Nickeil Alexander-Walker dropped another 11 off the bench. With all that talent, they got to have 4 or 5 guys in double digits. They can't get by with a light night like that from Brandon Ingram. I think did Brandon get hurt? Did Brandon go out? He was 6 from 11. He's 1 for 5 from 3 though. Lonzo Ball had 7. Eric Bledsoe 7. Ball took 12 shots, only made 3 of them. So that might have been part of the difference right there. What y'all talking about? Amy Claire Boucher Castro Smith Barney Johnson Jones III said she's a better dancer. That's an inside joke, and it's not true. Amy and the Beat are in an estranged relationship. Amy hadn't been near the Beat in a long time. Bless her heart. She's a sweet, sweet, sweet girl, but the Beat is elusive when it comes to Amy. She's a sweetheart now and just phenomenal. I mean, just amazing. I might have her on the show one of these days, but her and the Beat are just not what they used to be. On that note, I'm going to take a break. We'll hear a word from Lily, the tax doctor, and we'll be right back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
Hi, my name is Lily. My mom and dad used to fight about money all the time. Then one day, I heard them talking about this guy, some uncle I never knew, called Uncle Sam. Well, they say this Uncle Sam guy wanted them to pay him like $1 gazillion. And
I see what's going on now.
They didn't have $1 gazillion. So they called this company they heard on the radio called the Tax Doctor. And the Tax Doctor worked with Uncle Sam's people. I think they're called the IRS. And they're able to work it out so my mom and dad didn't have to pay Uncle Sam very much money at all. So now mom and dad are happy, and I'm happy too. Thanks, Tax Doctor.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, call now and pay less. 800-605-1681. 800-605-1681. That's 800-605-1681.
We need to be mindful of everyone's health and safety when planning family gatherings. Make a plan and share it with your guests. Get tested at one of the many free testing sites within the city. Continue to be vigilant. Wear your mask, wash your hands frequently, and social distance, so you can enjoy your time together with peace of mind. Protecting our loved ones is the most important thing for all of us. Mask up, Houston. We're better together.
You're listening to The Lunch
Come on,
Break
Amy.
with AJ.
Come on, Amy, let's go.
KYOK 1140 AM.
Come on, Amy.
92.3 FM.
Come on, Amy, where you at? All right, y'all. We're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. El Michelle said, why do you keep calling her by 35 different names? That's just our thing. That's just our thing. I mean, Amy has like 4 names in her name, and I just add about 15 more. That's all. That's all. But anyway, I'm glad y'all are bonding together, and y'all are all together. That's how the lunch break crew is, man. We like one big happy family, and I'm grateful for you guys, especially given that I'm not in my normal place, not in my normal element, but you guys are right there. So thank you for staying tuned in to the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. All new 92.3 FM and streaming live, kyokradio.org. You can also catch us on Facebook and YouTube. Facebook and YouTube. All right. So, I was talking about New Orleans lost last night. Tonight, you got an opportunity to see the Spurs, who've been kind of surprising. They're going to host the LA Lakers tonight at 7:30. That's going to be an interesting game. Lakers coming off of a loss just the other night. Believe last night, Lakers coming off of a loss in a game where they had the lead in the fourth quarter, which is typically not a game that LeBron and the crew will let get away. But maybe that back-to-back thing kind of had them under control. So we'll see if the Lakers can deal with the Spurs. DeMar DeRozan has been a pleasant surprise this year. He's come out with a different level of intensity and is looking like he's really trying to be the go-to guy for the San Antonio Spurs. And they haven't had that since Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan, guys like that, Manu Ginobili and that kind of thing. Amy said, you're lucky I'm in Ohio. The first I've learned a thing or two on the dance floor in 10 years. All right, so true story. Amy and I have is that our classmate, Amy, who is here and got married. Amy flew in for the wedding. I picked her up, took her to the wedding and the reception. And the reception part was man, it was It was a beautiful reception. Good food, good music. So anyway, the Lakers and the Spurs tonight at 7:30. The Mavericks are going to host the Charlotte Hornets tonight at 7:30. And then tomorrow, the Rockets will host the Sacramento Kings. That's going to tip off at 6 o'clock Central. And Rockets are still looking for their first win of the season. But here's the thing. They have not had John Wall yet. He's healthy, just hadn't been able to play due to COVID-19 contact tracing, which I know a little thing or two about. Boogie Cousins, they haven't had him. Same thing, he's healthy, COVID-19 contact tracing. And then Eric Gordon has been out, and some of the other young guys that they were kind of counting on providing some help off that bench have been out. Ben McLemore, who actually tested positive. I don't know how long it'll be before Ben will be back, but just to see John Wall, Boogie Cousins, James Harden, Christian Wood, and Eric Gordon, that is something I want to see. I want to see that lineup together And Sacramento's not a bad young team to kind of see what the Rockets are working with their quote unquote new look lineup. So I'm not, worried about Steven Silas. He hadn't had his full team yet. I'm not even worried about the James Harden saga. If you notice, I have not covered recently the teams that supposedly James Harden wants to go and play for. First of all, James Harden does not get to decide yet where he gets to go. He doesn't. If the Rockets want to trade him to Atlanta for Trae Young, they can. The Rockets hold the cards, if you will, to where James goes. So James could be just like, hey, I want to go to Chicago. I want to go to Brooklyn. I want to go to LA, either one. I want to go to Portland. I want to go all these different places. It doesn't, I almost went to rock on him. Keith Hennig, I almost went rock on him. It doesn't matter where you want to go. The Rockets decide. So I'm not covering that. I mean, that's just somebody writing stuff to get us to do what we just kind of sort of did, and that's talk about it. So right now, James Harden is a Houston Rocket, and anybody in the league that talks about him being where else he wants to be or where else he could be, if they are a team official, they will get fined, just like Daryl Morey did, getting fined $50,000 for talking about James Harden in a tweet. And even though it was a automated tweet, he still got fined $50,000 for it. I'm telling you now, they would have had a hard time getting me pull that one down. They would have been like, yeah, we gonna charge you fine $50,000, AJ, and you got to pull it down. Well, no, I just paid $50,000 for it. We're gonna leave it up for a little while, at least till after lunch. I just paid $50 for it. Yeah, it's gonna stay up for a minute. Call me back. Hey, my phone breaking up. Call me back. What'd you say? AJ, you got to take it down. I can't hear you. Your phone is breaking up. You get to 50K? You got it? Okay, I'm gonna call you back. I'm not taking it down right away. I just paid $50 for it? No. That bad boy gonna be up for a while. Smile like bling, bling, the $50,000 tweet. Not me. Now, if it's free and you're gonna let me slide, I'll yank that. What tweet? You didn't see no. Look again. It ain't up there. I just paid $50,000. I'm having a problem. I can't seem to find the delete button. It ain't deleting. Yep. Well, we gonna find you again. How much? By when? All right, let me work on it. I know some people. Hold on. El Michelle is my new technical guru. I'll get her on it. So anyway, I'm not worried about the Rockets. I want to see what they look like with the fellas together. I want to see John Wall running the point. I want to see James Harden at the 2. I don't want to see James at the 1 and John Wall at the 2. I want to see Harden at the 2, Wall at the 1. I mean, I guess if we gotta, I think Eric Gordon's going to come off the bench. I think Eric Gordon is going to be a back to that 6-man role. I think that's what's going to happen there. Let me see. Hang on. Let me get to this. Bang, bang. It ain't doing it. Okay, there we are. All right, so I'm looking for the lineup. So you're gonna have at the 1, you're gonna have John Wall. At the 2, you'll have Harden. We'll probably play Daniel House at the 3. Probably play PJ at the 4 and Christian Wood at the 5. And then fresh off the bench will be Eric Gordon, will be, of course, Boogie Cousins, DeMarcus, Boogie Cousins, and then Ben McLemore when he comes back. And anybody else that kind of gets the hot hand. But I think your starters tomorrow, and y'all check me on this, your starters tomorrow should be at the 1, should be John Wall, at the 2, James Harden, At the 3 should be Daniel House. The 4 should be PJ. And the 5 should be Christian Wood. And then off the bench, Eric Gordon, Ben McLemore if he's healthy, and of course DeMarcus Cousins and Nwabwa, guys like that. Those are your bench players there. Let me see that. Let me see that run. And then we'll start talking about what kind of team the Rockets have and what have you. Okay? All right. Listen, if you want to get in today, you'll have to call me on the cell, 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Love to talk to you today. We can get your calls in live, 832-403-5005. I'll take the do not disturb off, and you can get in live with me on this winning Wednesday. In fact, it's off. So y'all go ahead and hit me up. Keith Hennig said Zuckerberg is messing with me today badly. Yeah, I figured as much. It probably is part him and part me. Probably part him and part me. You know, I'm in Studio C or Studio Z, not Studio A, not Studio B, but Studio Z today. All right, let's do this. Let's do this before we take our next break. Let me get to the first of the 2 lunch break weekly keeping up with the Joneses pick'em challenges that we got to do today. Do I have it? Where is it? All right, here it is. Here it is. I got it right here. We got to do week 15 and week 16, and we've already put a cut in place where if you're not above this line, you really probably don't have a chance to make the top 6. And you know you got to be in the top 6 in order to have a chance to compete for the $500 at the end of the season. All right? All right, so let's go to week number 15. Let me give honorable mention to some folks. Amber, 8-8. Milo, 9-7. Danny was 9-7. Had a bunch of 10 and 6s. Chi-Town, Jessica and Mark. Ferdinand was 10 and 6. Keisha Kelly was 10 and 6. Then we had a couple of 11 and 5s. Big Time Floyd was 11 and 5. Merrick was 11 and 5. Alexis was 11 and 5. Pretty good. But we had 12 and 4s. Big Mike was 12 and 4. Erica came on strong with a 12 and 4. George Griffin was 12 and 4. But guess what? Wasn't good enough to win it. Wasn't good enough to win it. We had nobody at 13 and 3, but we had one person that for week number 15 only got one wrong, and that was none other than Keith Hennig. Keith Hennig was 14 and 1. And if he had only had Cincinnati over Pittsburgh, homeboy would have been all in. I'm sorry, Keith Hennig was Keith only got one wrong. Bottom line, Keith only got one wrong. I think that's 15 and 1. 15 and 1. Keith Hennig, great job, sir. Great job. You just picked up $50, bro. You just picked up $50 courtesy of the Pocket USA. The Pocket USA, courtesy of Brian Will Turner. Brian Will Turner. If you want this nice little fancy deal for you or your child or your daughter or somebody so that they don't have to worry about any issues, they can put their license and their insurance card in there and just put it on the side of the car right there. If for some reason they have to present that to an officer of the law, you want to get one of those, you can call Brian Will Turner at 832-271-0510. That's 832-271-0510, or go online to www.thepocketusa.com. That's www.thepocketUSA.com. And Brian, thank you, man, for being this week's sponsor of the Lunch Break Weekly, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. Keith Hennig, all right but one. Got them all right but one. Great job, bro. Great job. And man, I'm glad it didn't come down to the tiebreaker, because I'm not sure if anybody would have had Cincinnati over Pittsburgh. We already talked about that. All right, let's do this. Let me get another break. This segment is brought to you by the good folks over at the Care Team. Segment brought to you by the good folks over at the Care Team. And let me tell you something. The Care Team is the group that can get you some medical insurance if you don't have it. If you're like me and some of the millions out there that don't have health or medical insurance, you got to listen to these folks or call them 281-990-1377. That's 281-990-1377, or go to careteamcares.com. That's careteamcares.com. That's who's bringing us this segment of the Lunch Break.
As the coronavirus is ravaging our community, make sure you have health insurance. Let Care Team Insurance assist you with our free medical enrollment assistance program. Call now and see what you qualify for at 281-990-1377. There are over 13 million people without insurance that should qualify for plans starting at $0 to only $50 per month. Care Team has helped thousands of people just like you by providing free enrollment assistance. Don't be taken advantage of by people selling bad or fake insurance. Make sure you have health insurance. Let Care Team Insurance assist you. This is AJ Jones, and KYOK listeners, I want you to call now and see what you qualify for. Plans starting at $0 to only $50 per month at 281-990-1377. That's 281-990-1377. Or visit careteamcares.com.
All right, once again, that number, 281-990-1377. That's 281-990-1377 for the Care Team. Get some medical insurance as low as $0 to $50 a month.
You're listening to The Lunch Break with AJ on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the Lunch Break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is our Winning Wednesday. It's Winning Wednesday here on the show, and talking a little basketball with the Rockets having their full complement of players. Hopefully, the next time out, Rockets hopefully will have their full complement of players this coming or tomorrow, I should say, 6 o'clock Central. And again, they'll be hosting the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento playing pretty good. De'Aaron Fox, of course, young man from this area, got that young team headed in a interesting direction. Don't know if they're going to be able to finish off, but right now they're still hanging in there, playing some inspired basketball. Not a fan of their head coach, but again, we'll see how they do. We'll see how they do with Lunch Break. Again, Spurs and Lakers tonight at 7:30. Mavericks hosting Charlotte tonight also at 7:30. And then last night, again, New Orleans got torched by Phoenix 111-86, and Milwaukee went all the way off on the Miami Heat. Final score 144-97. All right, so again, Keith Hennig, congratulations. Keith, let me go ahead and Keith, I don't think I have a Cash App for you, Keith. Do I have a Cash App for you? If I do, send it to me again. And if not, we'll get that out to you. You know how we do, Keith. We'll make sure you get it. We're going to make sure you get it right here on the Lunch Break. All right. UT played football last night in San Antonio, the Alamo Bowl. They beat up on Colorado 55-23. Does anybody care? Do the bowl games not name the college football playoff bowl games, the Sugar Bowl and the what's the other one that they're going to play in for the national championship? Do any of the bowls matter to you? Not name those bowls. I know for the UT alumni, maybe for the UT alumni maybe, but does anybody else care? Like I'm just not there. In fact, I'm even going a little bit further. Like, why are they playing them? Why risk it with these athletes? And I know a lot of folks have said, AJ, it's the pride of being able to say we played in the Alamo Bowl, and the pride of saying we played in the Outback Bowl, and the pride of saying we played in this bowl. The Texas Bowl that was scheduled for the 31st is canceled. TCU and Arkansas got canceled because of COVID-19. That one got canceled. I guess my question is, again, why are we risking it? Why are we risking it? Keith Hennig said, I watched that game, still believe Tom Herman needs to be somewhere else. Tom got that vote of confidence, bro. Tom ain't going nowhere. Tom ain't going nowhere. Not going to happen. Just not going to happen. Okay, let me see what we got left. Let me see what we got left in the bowl games. All right, so okay, here we go. These are the ones I was talking about. So you got the Rose Bowl, which is going to be played in Arlington, Alabama and Notre Dame. That's going to be on Friday. And then you got Clemson and Ohio State in the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans. So that Rose Bowl that's going to be played in Arlington, number 1 Alabama, number 4 Notre Dame at 3 o'clock. And then the number 2 Clemson, number 3 Ohio State and New Orleans in the Sugar Bowl at 7. What happens if there's an outbreak of COVID with one of those teams? Or maybe both teams? What do? Do you reschedule the game? What happens if everybody is healthy again, but one of the starting quarterbacks? Do you just keep pushing it back until it's played? Is it that important in the year of 20? And actually, these will be 2021 games. Will it be that important to make sure that those games get played? I'm asking kind of rhetorical questions because, if they're heck bent on playing the Alamo Bowl and they played the let me go back to some of these bowl games that they had to get in. The Cheez-It Bowl got played. Oklahoma State beat Miami. That was the Alamo Bowl got played. The First Responders Bowl got played. The Lending Tree Bowl got played. The Cure Bowl. Now, that one makes sense. We're looking for a cure, not just a vaccine. We're looking for a cure. I think I can see that being played if the proceeds were going to finding a cure. They had to play the Camellia Bowl. They had to play the New Mexico Bowl featuring Hawaii and Houston in the New Mexico Bowl. I have to say it out loud and slow for you to get the gist of it. Of course, they had to play the New Orleans Bowl and the Montgomery Bowl and the Idaho Potato Bowl and then the Boca Raton Bowl. At least a Florida team played in the Boca Raton Bowl versus the New Mexico Bowl featuring Hawaii and Houston. I guess you had to be an H team to qualify. Help me. Do we have to play these bowl games? Do we have to play the bowl games? Is it that imperative? Now, again, I know that it was all about the money and the economy, and some of the coaches let the inside part out on the outside. Oklahoma coach Gundy, Mike Gundy, you gotta have the money. Gotta have the boys out there and helping turn the economy around. Them strong, strapping boys, they'll be all right if they get it. They'll just fight that thing off like they did back in the day when we had. Oh, never mind. You know what I mean? We care about the kids, and they're going to be fine. Why? Why are the bowl games necessary now? Is that just that extra check that you have to have? Is it the extra check that you have to have? If that's it, then tell me. I'm open to it. 832-403-5005, 832-403-5005. If you want to get in, I'll put you on the air and, we can talk about it. But I don't know, man. I really feel like if my child was playing for Colorado or UT in the Alamo Bowl, I might say, you really want to go? I mean, if you want to play, you can. But, you've been out there all year long. You did your thing. They know you. Am I a bad parent? Have I become that dad that, I'm not gonna, you need to get out there and they're depending upon you and you gotta pull your weight. You got folks counting on you. Have I shifted? Am I the Zen dad now? My child has nothing to prove. He doesn't have to play if he doesn't want to. He's my child. Have I shifted? If I have, tell me. 832-403-5005. 832-403-5005. Keith Hennick, I'd love to hear your comments. I mean, you went 15-1 in the lunch break, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge for week number 15. Week number 15. So yeah, I'll take your votes. I'll take your comments. T. Barnes, like to hear your thoughts. I mean, what's next? Which bowl game do we have next? Let's see what's coming up next. Scores. All right, so next, I guess we got Saturday's games. So Saturday. Oh, no. I see what they did. Okay. So today, we got a game going on now. Wake Forest and Wisconsin. And what game is that? Obviously, I'm not watching it. It's on the mothership. I'm on the wrong. Which mothership do I need to be on for this game? Hang on. I'll be right back. Which channel do I need to be on for the mothership? Which one? Let me go over here to this one, see what kind of bowl game we got going on. The Duke's Mayo Bowl. Wow. Yeah, that one. Duke's Mayo Bowl. You sending your kid out to the uptick in Rona for the Duke's Mayo Bowl? T. Barnes? Keith Hennick said most of those bowl games were a joke. Well, right now, this is a pretty good one. It's 14-14. Wake Forest and Wisconsin in the third quarter got 14 minutes, 56 seconds left in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. The Music City Bowl got canceled. Number 15, Iowa versus Mizzou got canceled. And then tonight, they're going to play this one. And that's the Cotton Bowl. The Cotton Bowl. All right, let's see who we got here. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Hey, it's Keith Hennick.
What's going on, Keith?
Well, you got an interesting show going today. I like that.
Very
well done.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
You're talking about participation trophies again.
Yep.
The Cheez-Its Bowl, really?
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why don't these kids just take their great seasons and go have a little socially distanced party and not worry about playing any more football? That is embarrassing. If you're invited to a bowl like that, the Quaker Oats Bowl, the other tidy bowls, those are just participation trophies. You had a good season, congratulations. You get a little TV money. If I were coaching, I would just say thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, and Keith, I'm sitting here. I'm watching the Duke Mayo Bowl, and I'm trying to figure out which one of these kids is going to be beating their chests 5 years from now because they won or lost the Duke Mayo Bowl in the middle of a pandemic.
Exactly. That's my point. There should be 5 bowl games, just like they used to do back in the old days. Cotton Sugar Rose, and I'm leaving one out, Cotton Sugar Rose, and Orange.
Orange, yeah.
The Orange Bowl.
Yep.
And one of those bowls should produce a national champion, and the rest of those bowls are for prestige. But these little Mickey Mouse bowls they have to be poorly attended, number one. Number two, they can't be making any money. With COVID, social distancing, they're not selling any tickets. Why would you bother to have that game?
There is something more to it than what you and I can conceive, Keith. There's something more to it than what the mind can conceive. So, and Wake Forest and Wisconsin are going at it. I mean, they're not playing like this one doesn't count.
No, those are two good teams too, and they should be in a major bowl.
Yeah. Before we go, Keith, what were your thoughts about what former UT head coach Mack Brown had to say about the Power Five, where if the college football playoff is not going to expand and let some of these Power Five schools in, like Cincinnati or Coastal Carolina, UCF from back in the day, that they should do their own national championship?
Well, I loved Coach Brown when he was here, won a national championship. Everything was great. Now, I think, with all due respect to elders, because I am one, I think Mac is slipping a little bit. I think he's talking before his mouth is going off before his brain is, and I don't happen to agree with him.
Yeah.
But others could.
Yeah, and I'm, at least he's coming up with a solution, and that was the thing that I kind of walked away with. At least somebody's trying to think of something different. I would love to see them go to an expanded playoff. I know folks will settle for 8. A while back, I did like a 16-team regional thing where the top 4 teams play in a regional kind of thing. You start with the top 4 and you see them from the bottom up. So, number 1 plays number 16, kind of like they do in the NCAA basketball tournament, March Madness.
Right. Yeah, a Sweet 16 situation in football might be fun.
Right. And it only added one more game, one more week to the schedule, to the playoff schedule. And, not that I'm anybody smart. If I came up with it, somebody else can. But I don't think the 8-game solution is going to work unless you make it be with the Power 5 champions, not, you go with Alabama and Auburn or Alabama and Georgia. You go with whoever won the championship, whether it be regular season or conference, you decide. But the other team does not get in, and you take those the best of the group of 5 schools, and you get 3 of them in, and you roll with it.
Well, I do like that, because you will see semi-professional football at that level.
Yeah.
When you get these big guys in, that would be good TV.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'll tune into I really haven't paid much attention to any of the little bowl games, with the exception of UT, and I thought that game was dreadful. But a win is a win. But it's kind of a step down from the Cotton Bowl, from the Sugar Bowl.
Right.
And I just don't see the alumni really, really getting too excited about that.
Yeah. Keith, appreciate the call as always, man. Have a blessed rest of your day.
My pleasure. Thank you. You do the same, sir.
Keith Hennick, Caller of the Year 2020, right here on the lunch break. Appreciate him calling in. All right, about to hit the top of the hour. When we come out of the top of the hour break, we'll hear from Sybil Wilkes and her COVID-19 update. right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all new 92.3 FM. KYOK Conroe, Houston, AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know today. With an eye on their political futures, Georgia's U.S. senators have announced their support for an increase in stimulus checks. Locked in close runoff elections, Republicans Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue have expressed their support for the increases. The U.S. House voted overwhelmingly Monday to multiply direct payments from the current $600 to $2,000. However, Senate Majority Leader Mitch blocked the standalone stimulus increase bill from moving forward. McConnell did not directly address why he objected, but under the Senate's rules, any one senator can block efforts to set up votes or pass bills. It's not enough for Georgia's Republican senators to simply talk about supporting the stimulus boost. They need to walk the walk less than 1 week before Election Day, January 5th. What you need to know is brought to you by Black Voters Matter. Visit blackvotersmatterfund.org for more information. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! Let's go! Let's go! When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready. Let's go. Let's go. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this holler, we the mind, the heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there.
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like.
Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it?
Let's go. Let's go. By God, let's go. We ready.
It's a wrap. Game over.
No, this game is really just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. Keith, I got your message. I will definitely do that. But it is our winning Wednesday, and want to say congratulations to Keith Hennick. Dude was 15-1 on the Lunch Break Weekly, keeping up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. Keith Hennick, after week 15, jumped up to the number 11 spot after the results of week 15. And we got one more week to that I'm going to give out today. Ferdinand is still in first place with 154 wins. Milo is second with 153. Big Time Floyd third, 147. Big Mike is fourth, tied with Alexis for 146. At number 6, you've got Chi-Town at 143. 143. And then right behind him at number 7, you got George Griffin, 142. At number 8, Keisha Kelly, Amber, and Jessica and Mark both have 141. So there you go. It's that close. It is that close. It is that close. That's literally your top 10 right there. All of those folks have a legitimate shot to get into that number 6 spot. Keith and Mad Dog would have to have a phenomenal, I mean a phenomenal week. And let's see, somebody would just have to drop the ball, have to go like 1-15 or 2-14 or something like that. So mathematically, there's about 12 to 13 people that are still in the running, but realistically, you got to be in that top 10 to get in that, have a chance to get in the top 6. All right, so that was week 15. And again, congratulations, Keith Hennick. He picked up $50 courtesy of the Pocket USA. Brian Will Turner sent us this wonderful little device right here. And you can find out more about it at www.thepocketusa.com, www.thepocketusa.com, or call 832-271-5710. I'm sorry, let me do that again. 832-271-0510. There you go. 832-271-0510. Find out more information about this little device here that can help save some lives. All right. So Wake Forest just scored in the Duke Mayo Bowl. They're up 21-14 on Wisconsin, and I got that banging live. I mean, it's breaking news. The Duke Mayo Bowl is breaking news. How about that? Keith Hennick said, I don't believe in participation trophy. Strange year in the NFL. It really is. It really is. All right, let's do this real quick. Let's go ahead and get week 16 in. Week 16. Got to give honorable mention to some folks. Let's see. Merrick was 9-7. Milo was 9-7. Big Mike was 9-7. Ferdinand was 9-7. Then you had Amber at 10-6. Jessica and Mark was 11-5. Big Time Floyd 10-6. Alexis was 11-5. That wasn't good enough. Had some 12-4. Chi-Town 12-4. George Griffin 12-4. Keisha Kelly 12-4. So that's a 3-way tie at 12-4. George Griffin, Keisha Kelly, and Chi-Town. And the winner, by virtue of the tiebreaker, is, it doesn't matter what the tiebreaker was, because Erica was 13-3, and she took the money for week 16. Erica, 13-3, and took the money for week 16. Congratulations, Erica. You won that week, and that did kind of change the standings. So, Erica, I got your Cash App. I'm going to send you, again, $50 courtesy of Brian Will Turner and thepocketusa.com. Thepocketusa.com. Another $50 for Erica for going 13-3 for week 16. Great job, man. Listen, Keith Hennick 15-1 for week 15. Erica 13-3 for week 16, beating out George Griffin, Keisha Kelly, Chi-Town, who were all 12-4. Alexis was close with 11-5 and had a bunch of 10-6s. So again, congratulations, Erica got her win in. Now, let me give you the standings heading into the final week of the season. Number 1, Ferdinand, 163 wins. Number 2, Milo, 162 wins. Big Time Floyd is tied with Alexis, who had another good week. Alexis and Big Time Floyd are tied at number 3 with 157 wins. And then you got two people that are tied for number 5. Big Mike at 155 and Chi-Town 155. So that means you get one more in. You get one more in. George Griffin, you got to come on this last week, brother. You're one win out of that final spot. So you either got to be one win more than Chi-Town or one win more than Big Mike to get into that final spot. You got Ferdinand at number 1, Milo at number 2, Floyd and Alexis tied at number 3. So that's 4. And then you got 2 people tied for that last spot. Big Mike and Chi-Town. So George Griffin, Keisha Kelly, Amber, Jessica, and Mark, y'all are all within shouting distance. You're all within shouting distance. Y'all got to have a big week 17. And we'll announce the top 6 after this week's games. And let me just tell you, if you just want to get in and win the weekly prize, you can do that. But in order to get in and win the $500, you got to be in that top 6. And right now, I just gave you, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 names. 10 names that have a shot for that top 6. 10 names have a shot for that top 6. On the outside looking in, Erica is 7 off of the so she would have to be 7 better than Chi-Town, Big Mike, George Griffin, Keisha Kelly, Amber, Jessica, and Mark. So that's where the line is cut right there. There's about 10 names that have a chance to get in that top 6. And for this week, you got to have all your picks into me by Sunday at 11 o'clock a.m. I've got to have your final picks by Sunday, January the 3rd, by 11 o'clock a.m. Central. There's no Thursday game. And also, there is no Monday night game. All 16 teams will play on Sunday. Pick all of the teams, and the game that we'll use for the tiebreaker will be the Sunday night football game, the Washington football team versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Give me the winner of that game and the final score. And don't mess up. Don't mess up, because, again, you got 10 people that are within reach of that top 6 and will have a chance to compete for $500 at the end of the year. And if you blow that final week and don't give me that final score and the tiebreaker and all that, you can mess up. And don't give me the total. Give me the 27-15, 29-24, whatever you think the final score will be, plus who you think is going to win. We need all of that by Sunday, 11 a.m. Give you a little time. 11 a.m. I got to have them. They got to be time stamped as either a text message, 832-403-5005, or email aj@kyoksports.com. That's aj@kyoksports.com. And it's got to be time stamped by my time, 11 o'clock Central. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, 12 o'clock in, that's 12 o'clock on the East Coast. That is 10 o'clock Mountain and 9 o'clock on the West Coast. I think I got it. 9 West, 10 Mountain, and 12 o'clock on the East Coast. All right. So don't mess up. Get them in. And you can have a chance to compete for $500. All right. Let me get Lillian, the tax doctor, right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
Hi, my name is Lily. My mom and dad used to fight about money all the time. Then one day I heard them talking about this guy, some uncle I never knew, called Uncle Sam. Well, they say this Uncle Sam guy wanted them to pay him like $1 gazillion, and they didn't have $1 gazillion. So they called this company they heard on the radio called the Tax Doctor. And the Tax Doctor worked with Uncle Sam's people. I think they're called the IRS. And they were able to work it out so my mom and dad didn't have to pay Uncle Sam very much money at all. So now mom and dad are happy, and I'm happy too. Thanks, Tax Doctor.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, call now and pay less.
800-605-1681. 800-605-1681. That's 800-605-1681.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the
Let's
legendary
hear it.
KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is our winning Wednesday, all right? So, man, we just announced the two back-to-back winners of the Lunch Break Weekly Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge. We got week 15, Keith Hennick only got one wrong. Week 16, Erica only got 3 wrong. And we've got about 10 people in shot of getting to compete for $500 cash. So congratulations to all of those good folks. All right, so coming up this hour, we are going to play Stats Battle. We're going to play Stats Battle, and I've got a good one today. I think I'm going to have you stumped today. I want to appreciate my interns. They did a good job of pulling one that I tried it out on myself just based on what they sent me. I told them, don't give me the name of the people. Let me just look at the stats and see which one I would go with. And man, I surprised myself. So y'all be sure and tune into that. We're going to do that in just a little bit. All right. Let me bring this up real quick. We talked at length yesterday about the Booger McFarland comments about Dwayne Haskins, formerly with the Ohio State, formerly with the Washington football team, being released after 2 seasons with Washington for, in essence, being immature. And yesterday I had some very strong feelings. About it. And it took somebody that I respect and I value their voice, I value their life, to speak some truth into me. And one of the things that I vowed was that I would not be a brother to tear down another brother or a sister. And I guess sort of kind of feel like I did that yesterday when I went in on Booger McFarland because of his comments about Dwayne Haskins. And I want to play those again, and then I want to I want to go ahead and talk about my comments and statements about him. So let me let you hear this, and then I'll kind of say what I got to say about what I said yesterday. Here's what Booger McFarland had to say about young Dwayne Haskins being let go by Washington because of, worrying about his brand. Here we go.
Unfortunately, I've seen this too many times. Played in the NFL almost a decade. You played a long time. We've been around it for a long time. And oftentimes young players, especially, and I'm going to go here, especially young African-American players, because they make up 70% of this league. They come into this league and they ask themselves the wrong thing. They come into the league saying not, how can I be a better player? They don't say, how can I be a better teammate? They don't say, how can I be a better person? How can I get my organization over the hump? Here's what they come in saying. They come in saying, how can I build my brand better? How can I build my social media following better? How can I work out on Instagram and show everybody that I'm ready to go? But when I get to the game, I don't perform. Dwayne Haskins, unfortunately, is not the first case that I've seen like this. Yes. And it won't be the last. And it bothers me because a lot of it is the young African-American player. They come in and they don't take this as a business. It is still a game to them. They look at it as football. This ain't football, right, man. This is a $1 billion business. Yes. It's billions of dollars. They pay us a lot of money to talk about the game. So imagine what they pay these guys to play the game. Yes. Yeah. They play a child's game and get paid a king's ransom. And
all right, I'll stop there. You got the gist of it. So let me get back to the elephant in the room. As far as being another brother in the year of our Lord 2020, I don't want to be the brother who tears another brother down or another sister down. Whether I agree with them or not, I'm not going to be the one that somebody from outside of our culture and outside of our race can say, okay, I don't even have to get into that. I'll let them fight it out. I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to be that. So for how I said what I said yesterday, I will take ownership and say I was wrong. I was wrong. For how I said it, I'll say I was wrong. Now I'm gonna crawfish a little bit for what I said. I'm not gonna apologize for that. I don't agree with Booger. I don't agree with the assessment that it is the majority of black players. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. And again, I value what was said to me. I don't have to go back and pull up 5 white guys because Booger pulled up a couple of black guys, particularly Dwayne Haskins and Jamarcus Russell. That being the case, it's just not factually correct. And it's also contradictory when you hear Booger McFarland say they treat it like it's a game, but it's $1 billion business. And then he comes back and he says they get paid handsomely to play a kid's game. It, again, is not a kid's game. It is not. It has always been a business. It has always been about business. I mean, even Little League football generates revenue to the point where you got folks running around communities as Little League football legends, whether they be coaches, team moms, or players themselves. It has always been a business. And then that being said, inside of this business, these individual players have their own business, better known as their brand. It's just like with anything else, some people can put too much emphasis on one thing and then not enough emphasis on the other. But that has nothing to do with being black or being white or being any other race. It has nothing to do with that. And I know that Booger feels like out of his 20 years of experience in the league, he's got some knowledge. And all I'll say is be careful with that. I've owned a garage for over 20 years, and I'm no better at being a mechanic or fixing stuff in my garage than I was when I was living in an apartment. Be careful with that. Just because someone did something for a long time does not mean that they were that in tune to know all the intricacies of that thing that they've done for a long time. Especially when it's something as important as race. I know people who have been black all their lives and don't understand the struggle of black people who did not grow up or live like them. Booger McFarland reading his resume after making a statement like that he literally did not have to make. He could have kept it on Dwayne Haskins. There was enough there to talk about just Dwayne Haskins. And if he wanted to use as a reference Jamarcus Russell because he played with Jamarcus Russell, fine. You have some experience there. You have a relationship there that some don't have. And oh yeah, by the way, I have a more intimate relationship with Jamarcus Russell than a lot of people even know. I know some things that were never even put out about the truth about Jamarcus Russell. Doesn't make me an expert. And it doesn't give me the right to paint every other black person in the league with a question mark, because that's ultimately what Booger McFarland did. He now has every black person being looked at. Are you worried about your brand, or are you worried about making your team better? Are you one of the ones worried about your brand, or are you worried about making this team better? And an entire other culture is left unscrutinized. Because again, Booger McFarland said predominantly black folks. He came back and later said that I was talking about everybody, but specifically to the black players. It's not what you said. It's not how it came across, and it's not how it's being repeated. And that's why I say what we say on these microphones when there are so few of us, black men, and I'm going to say black men particularly, because I see a lot of sisters getting on the desk or getting on the sideline or getting on the side of the court. Don't see a lot of black men doing it. So when the few of us are on the desk, is that the time or the place to unnecessarily paint a broad question mark on everybody else black in the sport? That's what Booger McFarland did. And that's why I'm not tearing him down. In fact, I've made calls to find out if someone that I know that has that kind of reach can get to him and try to speak life into him. And that person responded back that they're going to be on a conference call next week. Perfect. And then they asked me, do you have any feedback? Do you have anything you want me to cover? I gave my points. I'm not going to tear Booger down. I'm glad he's on the desk. There's few of us there. I'm glad he's got his opportunity. But that doesn't stop me from doing what Booger did, criticizing. And I'm not criticizing him because he's black. I'm criticizing because he's black and what he said. To whom much is given, much is required. And Booger McFarland's required to do a little bit better than that. Got to take a break. I'll be back right after this. Tax Doctor.
Hi, my name is Lily. My mom and dad used to fight about money all the time. Then one day I heard them talking about this guy, some uncle I never knew called Uncle Sam. Well, they say this Uncle Sam guy wanted them to pay him like $1 gazillion, and they didn't have $1 gazillion. So they called this company they heard on the radio called the Tax Doctor. And the Tax Doctor worked with Uncle Sam's people. I think they're called the IRS. And they're able to work it out so my mom and dad didn't have to pay Uncle Sam very much money at all. So now mom and dad are happy, and I'm happy too. Thanks, Tax Doctor.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, call now and pay less. 800-605-1681. 800-605-1681. That's 800-605-1681.
We need to be mindful of everyone's health and safety when planning family gathering. Make a plan and share it with your guests. Get tested at one of the many free testing sites within the city. Continue to be vigilant. Wear your mask, wash your hands frequently, and social distance so you can enjoy your time together with peace of mind. Protecting our loved ones is the most important thing for all of us. Mask up, Houston. We're better together.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones in Studio Z. Studio Z, not A, not B, not C, not D, not E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, or P. I'm in Studio Z. Tell you what that is later. All right, so it is Winning Wednesday. Kathy Wilson said we must be good stewards of our platforms. El Michelle, facts. Keith Hennick, facts. Again, man, I gotta realize I might not have the reach that Booger McFarland or some of the other folks have, Jason Whitlock or some of the other folks may have, but I got a responsibility to it as well. And I don't want to be the guy tearing black people down in this season. Just can't afford to do it. I can't afford to do it. I don't agree with Jason Whitlock. I don't agree with Marcellus Wiley. I don't agree with what Booger McFarland said. I definitely don't agree with Candace Owens, but I'm not going to be the person to tear them down. I'm not. Will I call out their wrong? Yeah, I will. And I'm going to tell you why. This platform might not be as big as Booger McFarland's on ESPN, but this is still one of the only platforms that we have an opportunity to call out things differently than they do on 610, 790, 97.5, ESPN, Fox Sports, and places like that. If I don't call it out, I might as well just be them. But I can do it without tearing them down, and that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. I will be best. I will be better, and I will do best. Floyd said, what did Booger have to gain by thrashing Dwayne Haskins? Will he get a raise for his personal, disgusting lecture on a young player? It was totally off limits. What happens when ESPN decides to no longer renew his services? Negative backlash is not good for ratings. Interestingly enough, ESPN likes those guys. They do. Just like Fox Sports liked Jason Whitlock and Marcellus Wiley and those guys. You know, it came to an end, but they'll ride that wave because at the end of the day, you want clicks, you want views, you want eyes on you, even if it's negative. You know, Stephen A. Smith is one of the most disliked broadcasters in the business, but guess what? He's good for business. He's good for ratings. Colin Cowherd, same thing. Horrible as far as personality and what have you with some groups, but with other groups, they love him. And you put the two together and you got what they call ratings. So, yeah, Booger's going to be all right until he's not. And I'm not wishing his downfall. In fact, like I said, I'm hoping that somebody can get to him and speak life into him and help him understand. Similar to when Malcolm Jenkins pulled Drew Brees aside and said, hey, Drew, here's why what you said is dangerous. Here's why it's so, volatile. Here's why it's so divisive. And thank God Drew heard him. He listened. And, they got back on one accord. I'm hoping that be the same thing with Booger. If it's not, it's okay. Booger's entitled to his opinion. It's his opinion. It's not ours. But when you put your opinion out on a big platform like that, guess what you do? You open your opinion up to speculation, and we're not going to pull our opinion down because you put yours out and you're entitled to it. When it affects the culture, when it affects the race, I'm going to say something about it. And I can do that without tearing him down. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I wish the young man well. I wish him well. I hope he gets a bigger platform. But I also hope he understands the importance of his words against the culture, against the race. Because you played 20 years of football and you've had the opportunity to mentor some young black players, you still got to understand what your comments, what kind of effect those will have on the entire culture, on the entire race. And that's where I think we've got a disconnect. No one person speaks for the entire culture, but no one person should do it harm either. And he did that. You did that. All right, Wisconsin just scored another touchdown in the Duke Mayo Bowl. The score was 21-21 with Wake Forest. 14-yard touchdown reception by Wisconsin, and right now they're up 27-21 pending the extra point. All right, let me get to our segment. And El Michelle, we got to get together on a jingle or intro for a stats battle. We got to get to a jingle for stats battle, but it's that time. It is that time. It's the time for stats battle. Here, I'll do this for right now. Stats battle. Stats, that's the stats battle. Yeah, it's stats battle time. All right, so here's how this game is played. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm going to read you the stats of two players, player A and player B. And I'm not going to give you the name of player A or player B until you vote. I got my pen, I got my paper, and I am going to read some stats, and you get to tell me who you're voting for. Are you ready? Are you ready? Stats. It's the stats battle. Okay, all right, here we go. Player A. I can't figure out who I want player A to be. Player A is a quarterback. Player B is a quarterback. Player A in their career had their highest quarterback rating for an entire season was 113.3. 113.3 was their highest quarterback rating for an entire season. Player B, highest quarterback rating was 125.8. 125.8. Which one do you want, player A or player B? Player A, 113.3. Player B, 125.8. Which player stats do you want, A or B? You can hit me up on social media. You can text me 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. I want to know, who do you want, player A or player B? All right, Keith Hennick said player A. El Michelle said player A. Who else wants in? 832-403-5005. You can text me or call me. Tell me, do you want player A or player B? Player A or player B? Monica Morris Howard, the cheerleader, has checked in. What up, though? What up, though? All right, here we go. They're starting to come in now. All right, EA said give him player B. All right, got it. TK said give her player B. We got 2-2. 2-2. All right, don't know who this is, but 713629 said give them player B. Hey, OH, what's going on? What's going on? I'm checking you out. I appreciate you tuning in. Said give them player B. All right, so right now it is 4-2 player B over player A. DR said give him player A. DR said give him player A. All right. Who is this? It's 872. Is that Austin? 872? 872-260. 872-260 said give them player A. So right now it's tied 4-4. Player A and player B are tied 4-4. All right, let's go to the next stat. Player A. Player A in their best season only threw 3 interceptions. Player A had a season where they only threw 3 interceptions. Player B had 2 seasons where they threw no interceptions. Player A, 3 interceptions. Player B, no interceptions. Oh, 872 is shot. That, you know what? That probably is Chi-Town. Probably hit me from the work cell. All right, player A or player B? Player A, 3 interceptions. Player B, no interceptions. Keith Hennick said player A. Player B, no interceptions. Player A, 3 interceptions. See who we got here. All right, 281-967 said give them player B. 323-373, 323-373. Interesting. I don't know where that is. Said give them player B. El Michelle said give her player A. Y'all think y'all got me figured out. You don't. How many seasons each? I can't tell you that. All right, let me get another one of these. DMK, what's up, bro? DMK said give them player B. All right, 856-997. 856-997 said give them player B. All right, so right now it's 8-6, player B over player A. 8-6, player B over player A. Let me give you another category. All right, here we go. Hey, Jolanda Jones. All right, so this player A, Player A had in their best season had a completion percentage of 66. They completed 66% of their passes. Player A completed 66% of their passes in their best season. Player B, best season, completed 63% of their passes. 66 for player A, 63 for player B. Who you want? Who you got? 66 versus 63. A, B. Who you got? 832-403-5005. 832-403-5005. All right, 267-514. 267-514 said give them player B. 832-537 said give them player A. Man, it's close. It's close. Come on. Come on. Keith said give him player B. All right, so it's 10-7 right now, player B. El Michelle said player B. It's 11-7 right now. It's 11-7 right now. All right, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll come back and we will wrap up Stats Battle. We will wrap up Stats Battle when we come back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Let's see. All right. Yeah, if you need medical insurance and you don't have it, I need you to call this sponsor. They're called the Care Team, and their number 281-997-1377. That's 281-990-1377. You got a young person that's falling off your insurance, you got to give them covered. Have them call the Care Team, 281-990-1377. In fact, you'll have a testimony like Margaret right here on the lunch break.
Hello, my name is Margaret, and I'm not a paid actor. I'm simply a very satisfied customer that has received good advice from the Care Team Insurance. Without the help from the Care Team, we would not have had health insurance. The Care Team has saved my daughter's life.
This is one of the many great results of Care Team's efforts. Don't get caught with bad or no insurance at all. Let Care Team assist you with our free enrollment assistance program. Call now. 281-990-1377. There are over 13 million people without medical insurance that should qualify for plans starting at $0 to $50 per month. Care Team has helped thousands of people just like you. This is AJ Jones, and KYOK listeners, I want you to call now and see what you qualify for at 281-990-1377. That's 281-990-1377, or visit careteamcares.com.
We need to be mindful of everyone's health and safety when planning family gatherings. Make a plan and share it with your guests. Get tested at one of the many free testing sites within the city. Continue to be vigilant. Wear your mask, wash your hands frequently, and social distance, so you can enjoy your time together with peace of mind. Protecting our loved ones is the most important thing for all of us. Mask up, Houston. We're better together.
Now let's get back to the lunch break with AJ on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break, and we are in the middle of our stats battle, and it is a good one. It is a good one. This football game ain't too bad either. Right now, Wisconsin is up 28-21 in the Duke Mayo Bowl, wherever the heck that's been played. And Wisconsin just intercepted a pass. Number 9 just tried to take it to the house. And I think he was able to dive in and hit the pylon before he got pushed out of bounds. So I think, did his foot go out of bounds? Yeah, I think he's out. No, I think he's in. I think he's still in. That foot looks like there's some green right there. And he like dove for glory. He like dove like a little kid diving on the bed. Like a little kid diving on the bed, and he was able to stretch the ball out and get it inside the pylon. If he didn't step out of bounds there, that's a touchdown. Yeah, that's a touchdown. I'm going to give that one a touchdown. I'll be frustrated if they overrule that. And plus with the effort, get a young man some love for the effort. So let's see what we got going on here. It should be 34-21 after that touchdown, but we'll see. All right, let's wrap stats battle up. Hey, Karen Gibson, how you doing? Yeah, Keith Hennig bounced without getting this final vote. Right now in our stats battle, B is leading A 11-7. B is leading A 11-7. All right, let me give you another stat for for A and B. A, who is a quarterback, has thrown for 65 touchdowns in his career. A has thrown for 65 touchdowns in his career. B has thrown for 50 touchdowns in his career. A, 65, B, 50 touchdowns in his career. Which do you want, A or B? A or B? A or B? All right, 832-403-5005. All right. El Michelle said give her B. 832-403-5005. 832-403. EA said give him A. TK said give her A. A's making a comeback. It's 12-9. It's 12-9. OH said give her A. It's 12-10. Keith said money. Keith said money. Keith, give me an A or a B. A has thrown for 65 touchdowns. B has thrown for 50. 65 or 50. All right, 872 just chimed back in. 872 said give them B. Said give them B. You're trying to trick us. I am not. That's the whole point of the game. All right, 301-685. 301-685. Where's that? Maryland? Maryland said give them A. All right, 281-967 said give them A. Oh my God, it is 13-12. It is 13-12. All right, here's the final stat. Here is the final stat. For their career, player A has thrown for 6,972 yards. 6,972 yards. Player B has thrown for 9,206 yards. 6,972 versus 9,206. Player A or player B? Player A or player B? Hit me up. 832-403-5005. 832-403-5005. Okay, 856-997 said give them player B. All right. Chanel said give her player B. Player B starting to pull away. El Michelle said B for bipolar choices I've made today. All right, so it's 16-12 right now. 16-12. All right, so 832-537 said give them player A. All right. 713-684 said give them player B. 832-417 said give them player A. All right. I'm going to take two more votes and then I got to go. Two more votes and I got to go. 832-289 said give them player B. All right, here's the last one. Here's the deciding vote. Chicago's in the house today. 312-997 said give them player A. And the final score, man, this was close. 18-15, 18-15. player B over player A. Now, for a chance to win $25. In fact, I'll round it up to 50 because we had $25 last week. Nobody got $25 this week. We'll round it up to 50. I'll take the first caller at 832-403-5005. If you can tell me who player A or player B, you don't have to have them both. Just give me one of the two players. I will give you, it's a quarterback. Both of them are quarterbacks. 832-403-5005. The first person that can tell me which one is which one or who is one of the two, I'll give you $50. $50. You'll be like Keith Hennick and Erica. They won $50 a day, so I'm throwing in $50 today. All right, who wants it? Who wants it? Stats battle, baby. Stats battle. El Michelle, I need an intro and a logo. We need a stats battle logo. All right, or flyer. That's what we need. We need a flyer. Tune in the stats battle on Wednesdays. That can't do that. I'm okay. Nobody's calling. Nobody's calling. Come on. 832-403-5005. 832-403-5005. You can win $50. Take a guess. Who do you think A is or B is? You don't have to have them both. Just got to get one of the two. Just got to get one of the two. Going once. Going twice. Going three times. And gone. All right. Nobody guessed, therefore nobody wins. Nobody guessed, therefore nobody wins. All right. The person who won was none other than Blaine Williamson Gabbert. Blaine Williamson Gabbert. Blaine's highest quarterback rating was 125.8. He had 2 seasons where he had no interceptions back in 2014. And so far in 2020, he hasn't thrown an interception. And his highest quarterback completion percentage was 63.1. He's thrown for 9,206 yards in his career, and he's thrown for 50 touchdowns. Blaine Gabbert won over Lamar Demetrius Jackson. Blaine Gabbert won over Lamar Demetrius Jackson out of Louisville, who went on to be and is the reigning NFL League MVP. His highest quarterback rating was 113. His highest completion percentage was 66. He threw 3 interceptions his first year. Last year, he had 36 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. And so far this year, he's got 8 interceptions and has thrown for 6,972 yards in 3 seasons and has thrown for 65 touchdowns. But baby, my great listener. Oh, El, I didn't see that you had tried to call. I'm sorry. I did not see. She said Derek Anderson. No, but that's a good guess. That would have been a good guess because Blaine Gabbert and Derek Anderson are in the same kind of situation. So El, I apologize. I apologize that we didn't get you in, but your guess would have been wrong. So again, I'm going to go back to that sponsor and see if we can do a growing pot kind of thing, a growing pot kind of thing. So to me, next week's prize should be $75, but we'll see. We'll find out. Okay, so again, great job, Lunch Breakers. Y'all are the only show in America where you would rather have Blaine Gabbert over Lamar Jackson. What can I say? Hey, listen, we got to get ready to go, man. We got to get ready to go. Erica Campbell, Donnie McClurkin is up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. He'll give you the best in gospel music and the latest in the gospel music industry. Donnie does his thing every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3. And then in the morning, you got Erica Campbell and Griff, Get Up Mornings. Great show. Really looking forward to hearing them tomorrow morning. And then I think you got Shiloh Radio coming in at 11. And then your boy will be back on with Throwback Thursday. Got a couple of special guests that will be joining me tomorrow. Looking forward to having them. I will be working, of course, on Thursday and Friday. I will be back on Friday, and we'll be giving you all the updates from the bowl games because, you know, there ain't going to be anything else. I think there's some basketball that'll be going on as well. So for my holiday schedule, I will be here Thursday and Friday since I don't have to make the long drive from that room to this room or that room to this room. I'll be back here on tomorrow and on Friday. So I'll be looking forward to hanging out with you. Invite some of your friends to tune in to us right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. Let me give you a quick sports update before we go. Last night, Milwaukee broke an NBA record for the most three-pointers made in a game previously held by the Rockets. They finished with 29 in their 144-97 win over the Miami Heat. Speaking of the Rockets, they'll host Sacramento tomorrow at 6 o'clock Central and are still looking for their first win of the season. The Spurs are going to host the Lakers tonight at 7:30 Central. The Mavericks will host Charlotte tonight also at 7:30 Central. College basketball from around the state, it was number 2 Baylor beating Central Arkansas 93-56. Number 5 U of H lost to Tulsa 65-64. They fouled a guy with seconds, literally a tenth of a second left. He hit his free throws, and Tulsa got the win. Also, number 18 Texas Tech beat Incarnate Word. Final score there was 79-51. College football, it was UT beating Colorado 55-23 in the Alamo Bowl. Right now, you've got the Duke Mayo Bowl going on, and Wisconsin is up on Wake Forest. So there's a live one there. Don't forget this weekend, you got the Cowboys keeping their playoff hopes alive when they visit the Giants Sunday at noon Central. They need a win, and they need a loss by Washington in that Sunday night game for them to make it to the playoffs. Texans are going to just finish out the string when they host Tennessee Sunday at 3:25 Central, and New Orleans already in the playoffs. They're at Carolina Sunday at 3:25. So that's what we got right there. All right, y'all, as always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you, and there is nothing you can do about it except wear your mask, wash your hands for 30 seconds or more, sanitize everything around you, and be sensitive to everybody around you. Man, in fact, I saw a shirt. I'm going to get it. It says, if you can read this, then you are too close. It says on the front, 6 feet is not that hard. All right, give people their 6 feet. And when you see that racism, kill it. Not the person, but the racism. You don't have to spread it. You don't have to allow it to be a part of your conversation. All right. Again, guys, I'm going to go. Sybil Wilkes up next. And then after that, you got Donnie McClurkin. Y'all be blessed. I love you. We'll talk to you later.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know today. With an eye on their political futures, Georgia's U.S. senators have announced their support for an increase in stimulus checks. Locked in close runoff elections, Republicans Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue have expressed their support for the increases. The U.S. House voted overwhelmingly Monday to multiply direct payments from the current $600 to $2,000. However, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell blocked the standalone stimulus increase bill from moving forward. McConnell did not directly address why he objected, but under the Senate's rules, any one senator can block efforts to set up votes or pass bills. It's not enough for Georgia's Republican senators to simply talk about supporting the stimulus boost. They need to walk the walk less than 1 week before Election Day, January 5th. What you need to know is brought to you by Black Voters Matter. Visit blackvotersmatterfund.org for more information. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, y'all, that's going to do it for us. Again, careteamcares.com bringing us this segment of the lunch break. The tax doctor and Lily also bringing us this segment. And don't forget what the mayor said, we need to mask up. Lunch breakers, don't forget, if you want to get in on the Lunch Break Weekly, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge, got to have all your picks by Sunday at 11 o'clock. It's the final week, and somebody, top 6, is going to have a chance to compete for $500 cash. Don't miss it. Y'all be blessed, all right? Take care. Talk to you tomorrow.